Today I had a spontaneous interview with Robert Gryn from Metahero, and his statement was that Metahero is going to $1 a coin. It's only a matter of time. We were talking about the new partnership announcement from Metahero, which is SONY, which you already know, and we were talking about lots of other things which are really interesting. And if you are an investor into Metahero, this could be really interesting for you. And if you are considering investing into Metahero, this is also interesting for you. And before we start, this is not financial advice and it's only for entertainment purposes only. Okay, let's talk about the things which Robert and I were discussing. We were discussing what are the changes after the Sony partnership announcement for Metahero and what are his expectations afterwards. He was also talking about what it's needed to have a successful crypto business. And we were also talking about what changed since the start of Metahero, since our first interview in July 2021. Robert is also hinting the next gems and the effects of the next gem of Tencent. He is also talking about the next partnerships from Metahero, and which I found really interesting, a hidden strategy which he never publicly shared. And Robert is also talking about the next markets they want to move into, and we were discussing if now is still a good time to buy Metahero. And if you're interested in this kind of stuff, watch the video until the end and enjoy the interview.
What's, in your opinion, changing for Metahero and the crypto space?
Well, I've stated this in one of our videos. We've had to, Wolf Digital World is a separate legal entity from Metahero. Metahero is the token. It's responsible for developing the currency, the marketing, which we put millions of dollars into getting, the word out. And Wolf Digital World is the technology provider. And we're both exclusive to each other. We're essentially one project, both co-owned by myself and by Mariusz, who's the owner of Wolf Group. But this third party that's going to legitimize everything that we're doing on a scale, the highest scale possible. They're going to open up, the doors to even further technology that's not even available on the market. And so, the version 3 scanner is already very advanced, and I imagine anything that we develop afterwards will be in yet another league of its own. This is also an important signal for crypto that perhaps we're entering a maturation of the market where these giant players are looking at crypto. They're very hesitant to enter because they cannot, because of the regulatory framework not being in place. The legal work, I can give you kind of a clue of the effort. The contract with this company was 700 pages long. It's unimaginable for average, crypto project to even have 1-page contract. And we had to hire an army of lawyers to deal with this, and that's going to continue as we evolve our partnership with them. The legal work is something that nobody in crypto wants to deal with. So that's why I believe that'll put us in a very unique position, because we have experience having built legacy businesses in the real world. We know how to do this. We know how to work with lawyers, even though it's not fun for anyone. But this is what you have to do to go, after the highest levels of playing in this space. So yeah, very exciting times ahead.
You were saying in our first interview that from your previous business to the crypto business, there's a huge shift. Basically, it's easier for you now, and you have like more drive right now in order to pursue what you want to pursue. And how did it change until now? Because it's like 3 months in between we had the interview. And what is it now for you?
I suppose the scale of it, we're creeping up on the top 100 biggest projects in the world. In 2 months' time, I don't know if anyone's done it that quickly. I'm not aware. I don't know. But the scale of it, I suppose, can at moments become a little bit, can add a little bit of more pressure. You start to think about your decisions and what you're going to say and do twice maybe before just acting impulsively when you're dealing with hundreds of millions of dollars in market cap, or billions in terms of our total supply. I think is like 1.2 billion right now. So that's a hefty sum. And it's just become more serious and bigger much quicker than I ever had imagined. I thought maybe we'd reach the scale after Dubai, and it's a month until Dubai, and we're at where we are. So it's really a beautiful reaffirmation of
it's really crazy.
It's like the market has confirmed that everything that we're doing is something that is in demand and something they believe in. So it's very clear that the direction we've chosen is absolutely the right one. And next year we plan to build 24 of these scanners, one every 2 weeks. The cost of that is going to be over $50 million in just hardware. It's crazy. And once we have those scanners, we'll be able to scan millions of people every year. And including celebrities, influencers, who then reach hundreds of millions of others. So
Yeah.
it doesn't take a genius to realize that once we get the ball rolling next year, it's gonna go parabolic because of the awareness. It's gonna spread like wildfire across the non-crypto community. Crypto is very hermetic, it's very a closed circle much of the time. Like most projects are built for other crypto users. We went outside of that box, and right now we're still in the box, but once we get outside of it as well, it's...
Do you think this will be the case after the announcement of the partnership? This will, because the partnership is huge. So if you're now after the announcement, lots of people outside of the crypto world will know about Metahero. Do you think this will be the initiator for the huge parabolic run?
You never know in crypto. Sometimes it's buy the rumors, sell the news. Who the hell knows? Like, it doesn't concern me because we don't need the money. We don't need the market cap. It's far more than we ever anticipated. I know it's going to go beyond $1. It's just a matter of time, because we're building literally the portal to the fourth industrial revolution. It's going to merge the physical space, the digital space, and human biology into like the metaverse. So it's going to be the biggest industry that has ever existed in mankind's history. So the price is just kind of a side effect of our work, and the 60,000 people that have bought and sold the Hero token. They all have their own story and kind of version of what we're doing. So there's no way to tell. But it's definitely going to legitimize interest from Binance, and lots of the big players will immediately be like, I recently got an offer from the 5th biggest exchange in the world to list, and I politely declined it because it's, PancakeSwap is doing great. We're in such a luxurious position. I don't need the money.
Yeah.
I don't need, the favors. I don't need to worm my way into these exchanges. They're all coming to us because they've never seen such momentum. So I get to pick and choose, and I'm taking my time because I know Dubai and this announcement, and then Dubai, it'll put us in just a whole nother league than any other project in existence. So it's a very luxurious position because also I'm self-funding the whole thing. Mariusz who owns Wolf Digital World. He's self-funding the first machine. We're not dealing with any VCs. We have nobody breathing down our backs. We're having fun with it. And I think that's the most important thing to build amazing things long-term, is to have fun with it, because otherwise you burn out very quickly. I've transcended kind of my ego in doing things for myself. I feel that this is a project that I'm kind of doing for future generations and the young people who are tired of the legacy corrupt bullshit system, of these old crony politicians and these corporations and stuff. We need to change the money, and to do so, we need to change the mentality of the young people to see that crypto is the way out of the mess that we're in. And tying into Jonas, you're aware of the next gen, I believe. That's going to tie in everything that we're going to be doing, because we're going to bring in yet another little big puzzle piece that will connect Metahero, Tencent, and will, as you know, open the doors for more people to buy easily. To buy crypto easily. So that's a little bit, I guess, of a teaser of the next gen, but I won't say more.
And what I really liked when we had the first interview, you said what you said right now, you want to change, or you want to help people to get out of the system in order to earn money. And I got so much feedback from people who said through Metahero they could pay off their debt and so on. This is so amazing what you did with your project, and in such a short amount of time. It's a couple of months. This is crazy, as I said before.
It's awesome. I think someone told me that pre-sale is now 60x. So anyone who bought 10 BNB has plenty of disposable income to do what they need to do. I believe we can go far, far further, and I know we will. It's just really a matter of time. Other than that, Mariusz, who owns WDW, they are one of the leading companies in the world in 3D printing, and we're already slowly planning a second project that will be very complementary to Metahero, which will involve 3D printing and tokenization. Recycled plastics, 3D printing, and tokenization. So everyone who's a hero right now will have privileged access to our future endeavors, because we're going to be assaulting on all fronts. Tencent gives us the ability to launch projects with great ease. As you've seen, Metahero was a result of the Tencent launchpad. We wouldn't have done it without them. So you can anticipate that all things that they will launch afterwards are going to have a similar trajectory, because we have one overarching goal, and that's mass adoption.
And you said in your last video that you have another announcement after the next announcement at 4 p.m. So will there be like in the future like regularly huge announcements? Do you have like
Yes.
lined them up and so on? Can you give something like a sneak
Yeah.
peek or so?
For sure, man. Oh, sorry, my wife is waiting. Hello.
Yeah, it's all fine.
We're at the gym here. I'm in the yoga room, stretching. So when I guess you're publishing this interview shortly before or after the announcement. So the wdw.io website, it's in development right now. It's kind of a landing page with a countdown timer to today's announcement. After that
saw
announcement,
it.
you'll see the announcement on the site, and another countdown timer will come. Not the one to Dubai, but a few days after there'll be another gigantic announcement, and this is involving now our hardware, our technology. You'll be able to see that what I've been saying about the 7-meter tall, portal, the scanner. You'll be able to finally see pieces of it. We have artists lined up. We have a bunch of stuff lined up. So there's going to be countdown timers to big news all the way up to Dubai, and probably we'll continue that style of teasing people to forever, because there's endless content in what we do. Like, say we scan Logan Paul. That's a giant announcement, right? Say we're already talking to his team. Say we scan one of the most famous artists. We're talking to someone who has an incredible sort of, art collection. So it's a never-ending stream of news. And I've said this before, but a lot of people don't realize most news in crypto is fake. Say when two crypto projects kind of come together, they'll announce a partnership. They're not actually doing anything. They're just trying to generate news without actually doing the work. Because we have the hardware piece that brings in things from the real world, we'll have a never-ending stream of content for you guys, and it's gonna escalate with time and accelerate. Another piece of news that I haven't actually shared, I'll actually be sharing this for the first time publicly right now. We have a team on the ground in South Korea. They're one of the reasons why we had such a strong move. They actually go out and physically educate people about crypto and Metahero. And they've brought in thousands of buyers in South Korea. And actually, Metahero, according to them, is now one of the top altcoins in the country. And as we know, South Korea is one of the biggest crypto countries in the world. Next, we're going to be moving into China and Japan, followed by Philippines and Vietnam. So we see Asia as the frontier that we're going to be sort of aggressively going after. So this price run that you've seen is largely as a result of a lot of the things that's going on in the background that we don't necessarily brag about. So yeah, that's kind of how we operate. I always use the analogy. I don't know if you played Red Alert or any strategy game like Age of Empires.
I played it.
Yeah, that was my favorite game. I would be the guy who would build the barracks and build the dog and rush the other person's base with the dog and eat all his engineers and units, and they wouldn't know what to do. That's the kind of style I think works best in business, is attack before anyone expects it, and then everybody's kind of just left flabbergasted, like, what the hell just happened?
So your experience from playing computer games plays a big role in creating Metahero.
Oh yeah, man! This is like Metahero is the ultimate game I've ever played. Like it's utilizing all my experience, all my creativity, all my resources, and I'm going all out with I'm putting all of my crypto behind Metahero. I wrote in the white paper and on our website, it says $10 million self-funded. I've already spent half of that on marketing, and I'm ready to put a lot more in just to get this where it needs to go. Because in order to play hard, you need to spend hard, and that's my experience from CodeWise. Like, the reason we were one of the fastest growing companies in Europe and in the world is because we spent a lot of money on marketing and actually exhibiting, physically showing up at exhibitions. Even though we were a digital advertising technology company, we always had the physical presence, and this is why Dubai was such an obvious thing to sponsor with Metahero, because one meeting with a manager of Binance at such a show changes the future of the company forever. So you have to risk it. You have to put yourself out there. And I know a lot of crypto people love to be anonymous, and if not anonymous, they'll dox themselves, but never show themselves physically and in a face-to-face meeting. It's more comfortable that way because you don't have to take responsibility for anything that you do. We're putting everything on the line, including our reputation, everything that we've ever done. And that's just to show, including the permanently locked liquidity, which is like $85 million or $80 million right now. it's forever there on PancakeSwap. Like that's what we're all about. And so yeah, aggressive assault forward. I would compare it to like a blitzkrieg. I know that's a controversial thing to say, but like that's our style. You know, take some methamphetamine and just charge all out while everybody's sleeping.
Okay.
Oh God, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Our style of play.
Okay. A last recommendation for people who don't own Metahero. Do you think it's a good time still to buy into Metahero?
You know, look. Let me put it into perspective. Like, yeah, look. Personally, I know it's a matter of time till we hit $1. But I'm not saying that as financial advice or to get anyone like excited too much. But look, let me break it down to you. If we have 24 scanners out in the world, $200 per scan, each scanner can scan around 100,000 people a year. You know, we start to create a real business that has the hero token kind of in circulation. A lot of people have asked, like, what happens when someone pays with a hero? When someone will pay for a scan with hero, it goes into our company reserves. And then what we're able to do with that company reserves is not dump it on the market. We get to sell that to investors, OTC, and lock it up for years. So you can see we're sucking out of the market by people paying for the scanners, by paying for NFTs. It's all going to be on Hero exclusively. And that all goes into our company reserves, which what we then sell when we need to investors to then fund further expansion. So that creates, like this, the tokenomics are just brilliant when you have an actual business. You don't have to invent some weird sort of, white paper that, this token goes here and then that's why it'll go up. We're draining the market of Metahero and then locking those up with investors. So it's going to create a huge scarcity. Plus we have the burn mechanism. Plus, like I said, our goal is to get 10 million holders. We're at, I think, 60,000 or something, 65 maybe. So what is that? That's like less than 1/1000th of the way to our goal. So I guess long story short, everybody who's listening to this right now is early. You could have been earlier, but you're not. This is where you're at. If you want to buy dollar cost average, do whatever you need to do to sleep at night. But if you want to be part of something bigger than just pixels and promises, that's how I refer to other projects, because I'm tired of seeing their marketing. It's just empty noise, like boom. Come see us at Dubai, and maybe that's the easiest way to determine if you want to invest. You'll be blown away by what you will physically see and experience. I guess that's my advice.
Okay. Thank you, Robert, for your time. And
yeah, no problem.
It was really a pleasure talking to you.
Likewise, Bernard. Thank you, man.
Okay, my friend, then I'll see you, and it was really nice talking to you.
Thanks, brother. Talk to you next time.
Bye-bye. See you.
See ya.